What is up, you guys? As I'm sure you can tell, you're not at the river today. That is because we have reached 25 subscribers. And as somebody who started this channel, not really to get subscribers or anything like that, it's thank you. So we're just going to do a little Q&A session here. I didn't have time to ask you guys for the questions, mainly because I thought about doing this like 10 minutes ago. So, yeah. Question number 1. Why did you start YouTube? This is probably going to be the answer for 99% of all YouTubers. Well, besides this one specific part. I was out fishing like 2 or 4 or something like that times a week. And so one day I thought, you know what? I am going to film this, put it on YouTube, and see what happens. Not expecting anything to happen. And here we are. Question number 2. How do you stay motivated? And I'm sure that this is a no-brainer for you guys, but it is you guys. You guys that have subscribed, have liked, commented. It's you. So I just want to say thank you to all you guys that have done so. Question number 3. What are your plans for the channel? And to answer this, we gotta take like a few steps back. And by a few steps, I mean like 5 years. We moved from my hometown 8 hours away. And then this August, all that to say, I currently have nowhere to go hunting, trapping, anything like that. However, this coming year, I do plan on making that content for you guys, even if that means I have to go to a national forest where the crazies live. I will do so. Moving on to question number 4. What is a typical day of filming like? So the days that I know I'm going to film, that's usually going to be Mondays and Thursdays. But occasionally it'll be Tuesdays, Fridays, you know. It's whatever I feel like, really, or depending on the weather. If it's on a Monday or a Thursday, then I'll wake up at around 7 to 9, something like that, and then figure out what species I'm going to target that day, whether it's bass, catfish, panfish, and then figure out, okay, am I going to do a challenge for this fish, or am I just going to go out there and fish? If I'm going to do a challenge, then I'll sit there, think about what I have lying around, and how I can use that in a challenge. If I'm not, then I'll just get my gear ready, head out to the river around 12 or so, stay out there 4 or 5 hours, and then come back. And if it's on a Tuesday or a Friday, I upload on Wednesdays and Saturdays, so I'll go out there, film, and come back, and then edit that afternoon, or just put it off until the morning, which I find myself doing way more than I should. Let's just put it that way. Moving on to question number 5. Has filming changed your approach to fishing? Yes, yes, and yes. Whenever you're filming, you have to take into account that you have to put your tripod somewhere, and your tripod has to have level ground. Your camera has to have a clear shot of you, so you have to pretty much be in the open, right? You can't get to those hard to reach spots where there's only enough room for you to stand. So it kind of limits where you can go. Also, whenever I'm filming for you guys, I try to find these challenges and these different crazy things to do that if I wasn't filming, I never would even think to do anything like that. So yeah, it has changed my approach to fishing. Question number 6. What's your favorite video that you've filmed? That's going to be something with this guy. This guy right here. This is the micro rod from the Micro Rod Fishing Challenge. That was pretty fun. And if you did watch the video already, you'll know that also kind of wasn't fun. But to figure out why, you have to go watch the video, because I ain't telling you. Question number 8. What do you think about the impact? Oh my gosh. Okay, we skipped a question. Let's go back to that one. Question number 7. What are your hopes for the channel? And like I was saying earlier, when I started this channel at the very beginning, there really wasn't any hopes at all. A little later on, I came to the realization that, hey, you know what? I actually could do this for a living. Now, that's not my number one priority with the channel. And honestly, it's probably more towards the bottom. I just like to make content for you guys at home to enjoy. So, my top priority and hope for this channel is just to get people out into the outdoors, because that's where I feel most happy, and I know for a lot of you guys that's where you feel most happy. And I feel like for so many of the people that just sit in their rooms all day, they would be so much happier outdoors. So I just want to encourage them to get out there. And question number 8 goes off of that question. That's why we had to go back. What do you think about the impact of social media on the fishing community and nature? And this has two sides, right? You have the side that it is amazing. You know, you get those people out there and they have all these amazing experiences that they wouldn't have had if it wasn't for people encouraging them to get out there and do it. But then it also has this side where people go out there and do it, but they really have no ounce of respect for nature and their body, and they just absolutely destroy it. For instance, the little park that I go to is decently sized. I don't really spend much time on the trails, but the city has tons of barrels out there for trash, and most of the time they're empty. However, there's trash strewn everywhere, and it really irritates me. So if you guys want to see a video of me just going out there picking all that trash up, let me know, because I've actually thought about doing that a few times. Just ain't got around to it yet. Question number 9. What advice would you give to a beginner who just got into fishing? So, if you've fished a little bit and you're not having any luck, I would tell you this. Ask the fishing community where you live. You know, don't go on Reddit. Don't go on all these social media apps to get advice from people that live thousands of miles away from you, because their area is nothing like your area, and their bass or whatever fish you're going after are not eating the same things, or your water quality and temperature is not the same way over here as it is at your spot. You know what I mean? So ask your local fishing community for advice. Question number 10. What species do I recommend for a beginner? I feel like I'm not alone with this recommendation. Panfish. Just in general, panfish, not a specific species of panfish. Panfish in general. They are so easy to go after. You can dig up a worm, put it on a hook, and catch you a panfish. Right. But you can also get very complex with what you do to catch one. There's really just a wide range of options when it comes to panfish. And I feel like whenever you go out, you're not going to catch, you're not going to, you're not going to go out fishing for panfish and not catch a panfish. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like every time you go out, you're at least going to catch one. And I sit here reflecting all the times that I went out and not caught one. Alright, so that's all the questions I have. But if you guys have any questions that you want me to answer, go ahead and drop them in the comments, as well as any video ideas, any tips, anything like that. Feel free to drop them below. And if you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. It really, really does encourage me and motivates me, and I'm just trying to sell you guys now. But for real, please consider doing that and liking the video. Wednesday's video is also not going to be a fishing video. It is going to be a reading from St. Luke about the real reason why we celebrate Christmas. So stick around for that. But for now, I guess that's all. Thank you guys again.